muting. Okay, so people are starting to join in. Good evening, everybody. Just a few introduction. We're broadcasting the live telemetry data screens for the Formula One Brazilian Grand Prix. Actually, it's São Paulo Grand Prix this year. Sprint qualifying. I will shortly cut off my image from the screen, so you'll have the full picture there. And a few disclaimers to begin. This is going to just display raw data. The software package that was gathered and show the data is entirely made by myself. I will try to make some comments during the live show, even though I will be gathering data as well for myself, and I will try also to answer some questions. Please don't get angry with me if I cannot answer all of the questions, but I will surely do my best. And I actually advise you that the start point could be a bit tricky to make it in sync, because usually the data arrives way earlier than the TV show, but at the same point we have also a bit of delay due to the live YouTube broadcast. So I don't know how you see. In the top right corner you have this latest timestamp mark here, which show the data Zulu time, which is Greenwich time, but it's enough to see to get a feel how to sync with the track situation. And another short disclaimer as usual. Sorry for the children noises in the background, but I have 3 kids at home. They always are very loud at night, so and during the weekend, so you'll hear them for sure while I speak. And when I don't speak I will mute, but for the rest of the session I will have some fun background. And relevant to what happened today, we all know that Lewis is starting last. I think last on the grid, not from the pit lane. Yeah, as far as I see from the GPS map, is on the grid, not in the pit lane. There's not a lot to comment about it. It's just technical regulation. He was out of the measurement, and not very much to do. Also, one note is that I will open. This is the star performance monitor for the top 6, and you will see if it works. It doesn't always work, but if it works fine, you will see the time that the driver takes for going from 0 to 100 kph and from 0 to 200 kph as soon as they start. If sometimes they do not match perfectly with the F1 what F1 shows, that's mainly because of because they have high frequency data, and I have to rearrange and upsample the data myself. So sometimes they can differ by some half a tenth, but usually the difference between two drivers are consistent. So I might, for example, I might see on TV that Verstappen took 4.8 to go from 0 to 200, and Hamilton 4.7, and on my screen I might have 4.9 and 4.8. So the difference between the two is still the same, even though the absolute value is not perfectly identical. But I can assure you that's the best we can do for the data that is broadcasted by Formula One up to now. So that's basically it. Um, no, unfortunately not. It's Stefano is asking how is the sample time of the data. It's unbelievably low. It's like 5 hertz, so 5 times a second, and they broadcast one set of each second, so you get 5 points altogether, and then the algorithm behind the software do their best to upsample to up to 30 hertz, so 30 points per second. It does what it can do. It's not perfect, but at the moment there's not much else to improve. Not much area to improve there. I would love to have much higher frequency data, but it's not up to me at the moment. So I'll just mute for 1 minute or two just to get everything ready and in sync, and then I'll be right back. So just to sum up, we have all the 20 drivers. I will focus on Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull. But anything happen, I will scroll down to give a check to the others. And first line is speed, second line is gear, third line is throttle, fourth line is braking. And let me cut myself off. I actually forgot. Luckily enough, I saw it. So cheers, guys. Enjoy the sprint qualifying. And from my point of view, Interlagos is a track that could be quite good for this kind of event. I'm not a big fan of sprint qualifying actually, for a number of reasons. But Interlagos is a good, it might be the best track out of the three that they tried this year to do this kind of event. So I guess it could be fun. Bit sorry that Lewis is not in the front row. I'm not a particularly Lewis fan, not even a Max fan. I'm just enjoying the show, and having the two of them fighting at the front is surely good. But rule is rule, and it's perfectly correct that he has been disqualified if he was out of the measurement at the verification. Not much more to say about it. Let's see how it goes. Well, what we see now is basically the speed is the data of the speed is referred to the the rear tire rotation. So when they move the rear tires, we see a bit of movement, 3 kilometers per hour, 7 kilometers per hour. Just a tiny bit is just like the mechanics that is mounting the wheel and is moving the wheel itself. And the rest are just well, they press the pedals, they try the systems, and we see it's quite common. We see it every session basically when they set up the car, and since the channels are already open for the live, we see what they do. You see on Lewis, it's like they're like pushing. I actually don't know if they're actually pushing the pedal or it's an input from like the software of the car, but I think it's the physical push. It's like maybe they are mounting or setting the final position for Lewis. So you just see this kind of small adjustment, but this happens to everyone all the time. You see also Norris just a bit You see also Gasly, Alonso exactly as Lewis, these small steps. Also, look, this is Russell. I forgot to fix the Latifi and Raikkonen pictures. I will fix them for them if I can for the race tomorrow. The relevant to the programming language. Well, at first I did the whole system in C++. Uh, it was very fast. It was really nice, but the front end, the graphical part was a bit lacking, and everything was really, let's say, complicated to make. So I switched to a very more common web-based software. So there's a lot of JavaScript and everything behind this, and it's basically a big web page with the server side who is handling the data and the front end who is showing the data. But the front end is now is web design to be more appealing. Actually, I did it for me, but that's a bit the story of this stuff. I started to do it for me, and once it was ready, and I was not doing it for for Sky Television, which I worked with a couple of years, and I say hi to Bobby when he will be surely looking at this. Um, I found this software ready, and in these days I was thinking that too bad that I have not actually used it up to now. So, and I didn't want to keep it for myself. So there you go. I have to say that while we are waiting, I will spend a couple of time speaking. Uh, I've been doing a lot of live work for the television while I was working with Sky. But then when I stopped working with them, it's all okay. We didn't argue or anything. It's just that we couldn't match our needings. I started to work a lot of on the post session data. So I had the live just right there, not using it so much. And so, but I wanted to use it since it was ready. So I just started these days to broadcast it. It's a bit slow today. I don't know completely why, but as long as it's working, you will see a bit sometimes stepping and a bit catching up. But as long as it works, I will just let it go. We have the tires. So Bottas is starting on soft. Carlos Sainz is starting on soft. And I guess these two are trying to gain places. Lewis is starting on medium. He will have to manage the pace from the back. Max is starting from medium, and Sergio and Checo Perez is starting from medium, as well as Leclerc. So Ferrari is differentiating the strategy, and of course as Mercedes, but for different reasons. So it seems to be that Carlos and Bottas will try to be very aggressive at the start. Let's see the others. Everybody is on medium. Kimi is on soft. Mazepin is on soft. Gasly is on soft as well. So also Gasly will try to hold on his position. Tsunoda is on soft. The new part comes from the federation. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. But the tire monitor is a mess also for for Vanzini and the Sky people in TV. So it's not only for us. Ocon is on soft, and then we have Russell on medium and Giovinazzi on soft. Let's get back. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I actually have to learn Python. I will try to find the time. Sometimes it shouldn't be too complicated. Should be good. It should be good. I just I just knew JavaScript and the web situation already, and it was just easier. But I know that some stuff, a lot of this stuff, can be made in Python as well. So I don't see any issue with that. So they have started the formation lap now. Pretty easy to see. I confirm the tire choice we saw also from the official screen. I will speak, but if you want to listen to the official commentary, just put me mute. It's not an issue. I will just speak as I'm with myself. Look how back he was starting. Actually, he was in the pit lane. This 80 kilometers per hour means he was in the pit lane, but now he's on track, so we'll start last. I don't know why this stepped in. He actually was on track. I don't know, but anyway, now he's okay. Yes, Lewis is very. His last very going. No, he's now not too far behind Mazepin, but the track is very short. So when they are about to stop on the grid, Lewis is going to be half of the lap or something like this. Now let's see. When Lewis starts, I will see if we can monitor the starts of everybody. I don't know why he's a bit slower tonight, but whatever. Max is already on the grid. Check is on the grid. Valtteri, Charles, and Carlos. And let's see when Lewis stops. He's the last. And I will press this to monitor the 0, 100, 0, 200 times. Unbelievable. He was first. He's very last. Look at the acceleration braking to keep the. You see how they warm up the brakes and the tires for the start. Okay. Wow. So Bottas had 2.6 and 2.8, you see, and Sainz. And Sainz is P2, amazing start from Sainz. 2.5, 4.6 on the 0 to 100. Super start from Sainz. Was okay also for Leclerc, was very good also for Leclerc, but he didn't gain as much. .5 also Lewis had a good start. Bottas a good start. Max not very good at all. 2.8 and 5.4, very slow start for Max. Now we'll see. Now it's going to be fun because we will see the toe and the DRS effects, we will see that the speed skyrockets for the car in behind the car in front. Where you will see as soon as they go, you see already Max is 313 again, 306 for wow, you is a super overtake on Tsunoda. Oh, there wheel to wheel and one. Let's see who just Kimi. This is the Kimi who just turned himself. He was really high super speed. You see for the toe, and then in the braking zone he completely lost the car. It was Antonio who put Raikkonen out, but I guess it's okay. Yeah? I'm looking at the replay right now. Both Alphas overtook at 3:30 as we saw the Alpine of I guess Ocon of Alonso. 12.9, 13.6, 10.6. You see 325 in the second run up to turn 4. And just I will scroll down for just 1 second because here's the table. Giovinazzi was the fastest in 0-100. Verstappen was quite middle, very low, very good for Sainz, very good, quite okay for Leclerc, very good for Hamilton. And on 0-100 again Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi is really great in start. And see, this is Sainz and Leclerc which did very good in the 0-100, and that's how Carlos got the P2. And now we have the overtake of Max at 325. Yes, 325 against 304 for Carlos. But you see, he got the toe in the second straight, so now Carlos is 326. But he's now under threat of Perez. But I mean, there's not much he could do. We all know that Ferrari cannot compete with Red Bull, and Carlos already had an amazing start. Also Charles, P5. Hamilton is already P13. Here's the start. Look, Charles, 336 with the toe of Perez. It's Sainz, Perez, and Leclerc and Norris one next to each other. I will just mute for a second. I will look at the data. You see Sainz how much he had to slow down in the first corner. They are 113 for 111 for Max, 113 for Bottas, 100 for Charles, and 93 for Carlos because he had to defend from Perez, who slowed down up to 89 with 332 in the toe. Oh. Look, Lewis with the toe 343. You see that the first one never has a toe, so the top speed of Bottas is 306, while Lewis back is 343. Whoa. Look, Norris 354 in the toe of, of Leclerc, now 339, and now he's ahead. And Norris overtook Leclerc, but 354 on the main straight against 333. That's not much you can do in this situation. Let's see if Chas can attack back, because now he will have the toe. Okay, so the data just froze for a couple of seconds. Now it will scroll back and it will work again. Sorry, it's not pretty much about me. It was just slow coming in. And Science is doing an amazing job closing Perez lap by lap, and you see without losing this much, and even though the top speed, of course, given that Perez has the toe and everything, is very very lower for Sainz, but he's holding hard. While Max is 1.3 now behind Bottas. I just want to have a look to the top speed of Ricciardo. You see, he's doing 331 while Lewis is doing 334, so there's not big difference. And 333 against 320 something, yeah, 328. So it's very difficult to pass to overtake Ricciardo. This year, everyone who got stuck by Ricciardo spent the whole race. I see that Gianluca just asked me. I will go back down. I think I just showed it, but we'll show it again in case you missed it. It's the last lap was 331 in the second straight, the run to turn 4. Now let's see. You have Lewis just overtook Ricciardo. Ricciardo was 330 and Lewis was 341. Hamilton is actually close to Leclerc. This is unbelievable. So it seems that the connection is a bit slow, but it's not actually the connection itself. The data transmit from Formula One is a bit slow, but it's working, so it's okay. DRS for Max. Max has DRS on Bottas. Let's see the top speed. 324 against 302. 10 laps to go. .328 against 306. There's a lot, big speed difference, thanks to DRS. And Lewis on Vettel, 340. Max is really close. The medium tire seems to work a bit better now. Now let's see the straight. It's always the 20 something kilometers per hour. I don't know if he can make the pass. It's not gonna be easy. Maybe the second run is up to turn 4 is a bit easier for Max. $332. How much was Gasly? 307. That's unbelievable. But you see the difference. Max with the DRS is 327, while Lewis is over 330. That's the big top speed advantage that now has Mercedes over Red Bull. Let's see now parents against Science. Whoa, Science defends. Science is really strong in the breaking zone. You see 100. 100 against 81. That was an amazing breaking zone by Carlos. That is doing an incredible job. So it's 1.5 lap to go, and still Perez and Sainz very close one to each other, and Hamilton was almost there. Unbelievable race by Hamilton, and unbelievable race by Sainz. For me, the two best driver today. Personal opinion. And last lap should be okay for Valtteri, even though Max is close. I think it's job job done by. Also, Sainz is holding, and Lewis, unbelievable. Look at this braking zone, unbelievable. Look how long is the braking. He just waited to brake for the last part. The last part. And Bottas wins. Bottas wins and take pole. And amazing race for Sainz. Very, very good race for Sainz. Amazing race for Hamilton. It was very, very funny to watch. Very good. It was. It was really, really fun to watch. Okay. So, okay. So, you saw the race and the data. It was very fun to watch. I just leave. I just leave. This is the team radio of Bottas. This was the this was really nice to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it was nice to see because in this kind of races the data on the screen helps because it gives you quite some information. um, I'm sorry for the chart was a bit slow sometimes to update, but that's not up to me. It's just the data coming slow from the server. So let's ask FIA to do better about this. And I will just leave the screen up for a couple of minutes more. In the meantime, I'll just say good night to everyone, and we'll see tomorrow for the race. Cheers.